Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Alex, and today I wanted to talk about portion control because it's something that I think a lot of people struggle with when they're trying to lose weight, or especially Irish people. I think we were always brought up with that mentality of whatever's on your plate, you finish. Because I know that was the way I was brought up, and I carried that on into adulthood then. And portion control was never something that I was able to get a handle on, and I think that was my massive big downfall. Uh, so today I wanted to kind of give some tips on an easy way to kind of track your macros, to structure a plate, and to kind of set you up to feel fuller longer when you're eating meals, so you're less likely to snack. So I suppose just on that, a very brief thing about macros, because you'll hear them kind of in fitness circles and posts and all that sort of stuff. So your macros are your three main food groups. So there's protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Now, on a large scale, a calorie is a calorie is a calorie, but it's important how those calories are made up. So to give you an idea, protein per 1 gram is 4 calories, carbohydrates per 1 gram is 4 calories, and then fats per 1 gram is 9 calories. So that's why when you eat more fatty food, it's much higher in calories. So I think the big makeup of a lot of Irish diets, and or just a lot of Western diets, is very carb heavy. So it's to bulk out your food, your plate, so when you eat it you do feel fuller for longer. And I suppose that makes sense if protein is an issue, or if you're you know if you don't have access to good high quality protein, or you know you're on a budget. But if possible, a much better strategy is to reduce the amount of carbs with each meal and bring up the protein, because when your body is breaking down protein, it takes more energy to do that, so you actually burn more calories through what's called the thermic effect of food. It's much higher with protein, so the more protein that you eat, the harder your body has to work to break it down. Now, it's also good for recovery, for muscle building, um, and satiety. So, like that, you will feel fuller for longer when you eat more protein. Now, I think that, and that's one area where a lot of us fall down, is that our protein intake, if we look at it, probably isn't what it should be. Now, to give you an idea then of what kind of volumes to eat, like you'll find a lot of diets and a lot of um, ways of controlling eating. Like, I'm not going to name them, but those programs that a lot of people join up in groups, and they're given like a very strict set of what you can and can't have. And you have to count everything, and you have to count your calories, and you have to count your what the good foods are and what the bad foods are. And that works for some people, but it's not sustainable long term. And it's a pain in the arse trying to calculate calories and weigh everything and measure everything and make sure that you're fitting within your macros. And a really easy way of doing it, that's personal to you, that you can bring everywhere with you, that takes no effort, it's really easy to learn, really quick to learn, is to just give yourself a hand. So everybody's hands are unique to them, and your hands are proportional to your size. So by working out what your macros are based on your hand, it's an individual plan to you that you can take everywhere you go. And to explain what I'm talking about, say with proteins. So men on average need about 6 to 8 servings of protein a day in proportion to their body size and type. So a portion of protein is equivalent to one palm size. So I have quite a big palm, so I need to eat a fair bit of protein, whereas somebody who's smaller would need to eat less, but it's an equivalent to their hand size. So the say vegetables, then again you're looking at kind of 6 to 8 servings a day, but a serving of vegetables then would be your fist size. So just imagine that's a big pile of broccoli or carrots or whatever it is. Two of that are 6 or 8 of those a day. Carbs then, similar to protein depending on what you're doing, but that would be a cupped hand. So kind of there. So it'd be two, say, cupped hands of rice or pasta or potatoes. And then fats is a thumb. So your thumb size, you're looking at kind of 6 or 8 of those per day. So the fats are made up of the likes of oils, butters, nuts, seeds, that kind of thing. Now, women then are around 4 to 6 servings a day on average, and that's kind of 4 to 6 palms of protein, 4 to 6 fists of vegetables, 4 to 6 cupped hands of carbs, and then 4 to 6 tons of fat. Now, the important thing is the quality of the food then obviously will have an effect as well. So when you're looking at your carbohydrates, your cupped hands, try and think smart. So smart carbs are kind of non-processed, whole foods, good source of fiber, and no added sugars or syrups. So those good quality carbs, they help with recovery. They add easy energy stores, and again, they will make you feel fuller for longer, so you're less inclined to snack. Now, on the kind of 6 to 8 servings a day for men and the 4 to 6 servings for women, men would be looking at getting in about 2,300 to 3,000 calories a day. That might sound like a lot, but again, the bigger you are, the more energy you need just to function on every day. And depending on how active you are, you might need to increase some of those kind of portions or decrease them if you're less active. Then with women on the 4 to 6, you're looking at about 1,200 to 1,500 calories a day. So again, the more active you are, maybe add in an extra portion of protein or an extra portion of carbs. And the easy thing about it is it's not really much that you have to think about. I mean, like if you're looking at a steak, I mean, you can easily tell how big or how many portions that is compared to your hand size. The kind of average for a meal then with portions go by what you're comfortable with. Some people eat a bigger breakfast, some people eat a lighter breakfast and then a heavier lunch. Some people like to load up at dinner late in the evening, or they like to have dinner at their at lunchtime. But a good way to go is kind of 2 portions for each type of food with each meal. So it's your proteins, your veg, your carbs, and your fats. So the veg can be fruit and veg as well. So just if you're having kind of lunch and you want to have a salad with it, or an apple or an orange or whatever it might be, just you can include that in the macros or the portion size. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that. It's a really simple way of doing it. It's individual to you. It's unique to you. You don't have to count numbers. You're not looking in sheets or apps or anything like that. And it's a good way that you'll get used to eyeballing it really quickly. And if it is the case that you want to know a bit more about this, obviously the 6 to 8 servings or the 4 to 6 servings is a very generic average. This is your kind of stock idea. If you want a more individualized plan, just DM me and I can I'll send you a quick questionnaire and send it back. I can give you a very specific breakdown of what your portion sizes could be like depending on you, your life, your activity, that sort of thing. So yeah, I just wanted to share a quick video on that, and if you have any questions, get in touch. Thank you.